let's talk about Samantha Lee. 3 things you need to take away from this. 1, she called her lawyer. She's blaming the divorce on her lawyer. Then she blames it on people in her ear. Then she says she's open to reconciliation. All in one interview. And then Tyrese, he quickly responds. And I have his response. And then we're going to get to her apology or lack thereof, if you will. So let's give Samantha Lee the attention that she really wants. She went on Hardly Initiated. Now, this interview was probably not the best interviews, but they got her to talk a little bit, right? Which has been very challenging. For me, they didn't get her to talk about the things I wanted to hear about, which was the child support, which was the lawsuits, the behind the scenes stuff that Tyrese keeps lamenting every time he goes live to combat her. They didn't bring any of that up.
That unforgiveness, if it's left unforgiven, turns into bitterness, and that bitterness can build a fence, and that fence becomes very hard to feel when you build that wall up.
All right, she's talking about resentment in marriage, but we need to go right here.
People that support you, you want to make sure that you are involving in that decision making. You have to really decide and make a very calculated decision based upon your belief systems. Based upon who you're speaking to, your wise counsel, like giving them the information and then making the best decision. I think that we do take divorce very casually.
Which we do. And she's talking about people you need to talk to when your relationship is going left, okay? Probably people who don't like your spouse is probably not the best idea. Hey, how the hell you watching all my videos but you ain't subbed? Come on, man. Hit that sub button. Okay. Probably want to talk to people who love your spouse. Probably want to talk to people who's pro-relationship, pro-marriage, all that good stuff. She's going over it. She's about to get to the part where she says she was emotional and she called her goddamn lawyer.
And I'll admit, I probably looked at it a little less intensely as I should have. That's me looking back on it. Because I would never tell, I work with women. I would never tell a woman to walk through that in the same frame of mind I was in when I did it.
What mindset
when
were
you
you
say
in?
that, but what frame of mind was that?
Good question.
What do you mean by that?
Good question.
I was very, very hurt. I was very angry. And I remember like when I made like the decision, I was like hysterically crying on the phone with my attorney.
Wait, what?
That was not the person I should have been on the phone with when.
She's hysterically crying on the phone with her attorney.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
This is not who you call when you want to go through your divorce. All right. When you're considering divorce, going through an attorney, calling your attorney is the wrong thing to do. But here's the thing about it, right? Only people who went through a divorce would actually know this thing that I'm about to say. In order to be on the phone with your attorney, you've already had to got the divorce process rolling. Okay. Hey, you've already picked an attorney. This is not some random person you call and like, oh, I think I want to get a divorce. They know you. They know the situation. They're waiting on you to pull the plug.
Very angry. And I remember like when I made like the decision, I was like hysterically crying on the phone with my attorney. That was not the person I should have been on the phone with when, like, that's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, I was hysterically crying. And I was not in any position to make that decision. I was extremely emotionally intoxicated.
I always tell people, never make a decision while you're emotional. It's going to come back. Emotions change. Okay, you're not going to feel the same way a couple hours from now. Maybe you can learn from me. I don't make emotional decisions. Okay, I need to think. All that I can make snap decisions. But they're never based on emotion. Okay. I'm like, hey, she wanted that money. I'm like, hey, give her this. But she chose to initiate one of the hardest processes known to man while hysterically crying. Why was she crying? I presume she was arguing with Tyrese. It wasn't like she woke up, tears, I need a divorce. She probably asked for something, and he realized what she was on. He hit her with the rock.
Shut up, bitch!
And then she couldn't take it. Now, in all seriousness, I don't think Tyrese said that. He doesn't seem like the rock type. But ultimately what happened, she made an emotional decision talking to a lawyer who has a vested interest in her going forward with a divorce. 100%. And sure, lawyers would say, we would never tell you to get divorced. Well, if he was beating you, you'd tell him to get divorced. If you were homeless, you would tell him your client to get divorced. All those other circumstances, you would tell him to get divorced. Now, you can say, well, Tyrese said he never cheated, he never hit her, all this other stuff, yada, yada. Why did you get divorced? She wanted to get divorced. And she's about to talk about basically other people pushed her ass into divorce. Oftentimes, right? Look, the best advice I can give for you guys, for my married couples, that like the Cheyennes in the chat, is if you are married, stay the hell away from single people. You know why? Because they will destroy your marriage so you can be single like them. Misery loves company. All right. So let's hear about who was in her ear. And yes, she is a clown. She is a fraud. And I've been trying to expose her since they filed for divorce, but my channel was so small. I think the video only got like 10K views, where I showed that she was asking for $20,000 for a 1-year-old.
With that being said, I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
And I made a decision like, well, I'm so angry. I'm so hurt. And, this is, and I'm just like, forget it, like, never mind. Like, I need to be done with this. This is horrible. Just ruminating on all the negative things and not focused on any of the positive things. I posted a reel, and I mean this. I really mean this. There was a guy who was talking about that before he decided to marry his wife, he had said, or had told,
did I miss it?
His wife that he needed to choose the people that would speak to her in her most emotional moment.
It's a very famous clip by PBD, Patrick Bet David, where he talks about the people you talk to about your marriage need to be on when your marriage is going tough. The people you talk to about your marriage are the people who support your partner, and you do vice versa. I believe she's still going to say it coming up.
And it was people that would be for the relationship.
Right.
And I know a lot of people had different kind of like comments about the person and everything like that. But the message of what he was saying for me,
I think she's so fake.
The people I had in my ear at the time,
here we go,
were not for that.
Let me ask you this, because
the people in her ear at the time were not for her marriage. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. Now, if you've been following Tyrese's case like I've been following it, the only person in her goddamn ear was her mother. All right. And oftentimes when these mothers are lonely, child is married, their husband may be gone, dead, or they could be divorced, they want their daughter back. How can I get my daughter back if she's with Tyrese? I need to sabotage this whole Tyrese situation. You see how it goes? If I sabotage the Tyrese situation, I get my daughter back. And now here's the daughter talking about she regrets this shit.
If it's misguided and misdirected, it can go in a bad direction. And so I think that with that being said, I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
And I made a decision like, well, I'm so angry. I'm so hurt. And, this is, and I'm just like, forget it, like
the devouring
mind.
mother.
Like, I need to be 100%. Done with this. This is horrible. Just ruminating on all the negative things and not focused on any of the positive things. I posted a reel, and I mean this. I really mean this. There was a guy who was talking about that before he decided to marry his wife, he had said, or had told his wife that he needed to choose the people that would speak to her in her most emotional moments.
Right.
And it was people that would be for the relationship.
Right.
And I know a lot of people had different kind of like comments about the person and everything like that. But the message of what he was saying for me resounds true, because the people I had in my ear at the time were not for that.
Let me ask you this, because I think that's such a good point. Like when you're even in that spot when you're emotional,
yes,
you're in the pit of your relationship.
Yes.
It's so important to make sure you have people who are pro marriage, pro relationship,
100%.
pro your current relationship,
100%,
to be able to help, as much as possible,
100%.
make the best decision to keep the marriage going.
Yeah.
When everybody may not have access to that counsel. So let me ask you this.
Here we go.
If we can go back, and if I were able somehow to insulate you with a pro-marriage, pro-relationship community, do you think you still would have actually gone through a divorce?
Not at that time.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn. If her mother wasn't around her, she wouldn't have filed for divorce. This guy, he he was starving for her. Like if you watch this whole thing, he was starving for a little bit. But he asked her a solid question that basically just calls out her, hey, if your mom wasn't around, would you have filed for divorce? And she was like, nope. Here we go.
100%.
Make the best decision to keep the marriage going.
Yeah.
When everybody may not have access to that counsel. So let me ask you this. If we can go back and if I were able somehow to insulate you with a pro-marriage, pro-relationship community, do you think you still would have actually gone through a divorce?
Not that time.
Damn.
Okay.
I don't know what would have happened.
Damn.
Oh, I've never said this publicly.
No, this is what we do. This is
initiated exclusive, baby.
Delano, make sure you zoom in on this.
It gets deep.
No, actually, no. I want to deny myself. I want to deniability. I
spit it out.
The truth about the matter is that if I had different people in my ear at that time, I would not have made that decision. No.
Wow.
Damn.
I wouldn't. And that's the truth. I try my very best at this point in my life to be what I didn't have in that moment. Because I think that women were like, I'm an extremely emotional person. People that know me know that
people
about
like
me.
God. God damn, right? Hey, if my mama wasn't around, I wouldn't have filed for divorce. And hey, I mean, you hear it from her. This is straight from the horse's mouth, if you will. Now, keep in mind, her divorce has generated almost $1 million from Tyrese, right? Almost $1 million. And she also would admit during the interview that she's open to getting back with him. Let me get to it. Let's
that I'm one that
Are you now in the spirit of potentially even being able to rekindle a relationship, like rekindle that relationship? Is your spirit in that place, or could it ever go back to that place?
It's loaded because of the fact that there's been so much that's happened, like there's been so much that's occurred. Okay.
Here we go. Listen to her. What's she about to say?
My daughter's father. So I would say this. I would say that if we were both going to show up and we were both going to fight for it equally and sacrifice, like, things that I needed and, things that, he needed. I wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
Your girl ain't perfect.
Duh.
So I would say that if we were both willing to fight and we were both willing to do certain things, then yes.
Are you now?
She would get back with him if he was willing to fight. Now, what do you guys think of this? This is just part one. Now, what often doesn't happen, right, is when she gets on her platform and she gets to talk her ish. Excuse me. Men do not get a chance to talk back. And often when we do talk back, we're bitter, we're hurt, we're jealous, we're mad, we're this, we're that. All right. Let's hear what Tyrese had to say. And we're not about to listen to the whole thing. I promise you we not. But I got to give my man Tyrese his just due. And shout out to him if you on the Henry Resilient Clips channel. Here we go. He has to respond. He can't help himself.
Hold on. Look, man, I was not going to respond to this video of my ex that's now gone viral. She is loving it. Congratulations, you went viral again over something else that you said because you're trying to build up your YouTube page and get your followers up. Listen, man.
That is a truthful statement.
That's a truthful statement.
She is 100%. She's live right now with her quote unquote apology. I checked in on it. She wasn't saying nothing. She was reading accountability from the dictionary.
Listen, if you had people in your ear that influenced you into leaving your husband and your 1-year-old child, your innocent 1-year-old child. We both were divorcee kids, grew up in toxic environments, torn in between our old family, new family, stepfather, stepmother. That's a life that we both lived. And you packed up a 1-year-old, put a COVID mask on top of the Ring cameras, and I was literally in an airplane on my way home to fight for my marriage and my family.
Now, his story has not changed one bit, yo. If you've been watching him, he been saying the same story from day one, interview after interview. And look, I even made fun of him at first. Now, I'm pro team Tyrese. I mean, yeah, he's good for laughs, he's good for clicks. But like, I know what it's like to go through what he's now, the packing up shit. I got some advance warning. It was like, I'm out. This is tough for a man to just grasp and account for the whole $1 million in legal fees, which he's about to touch on in a second.
You're heartless. None of your friends recognize you. This is all about money. If you had friends in your ear, you're lying, you're gaslighting, you're playing. The only person that was in your ear was your mama.
Oh!
Her name is Patricia Randolph. You didn't have people in your ear. The amount of people that was supposedly in your ear, you also had a whole lot of people like Aventer Gray, Taffy Dollar, Creflo Dollar's wife, who married us. You had a whole lot of people in your ear telling you that you're about to do something stupid, impulsive, and y'all are actually not going through anything that would make you want to leave your husband. Let's go even further. When Aventer Gray and Pastor John Gray were having their own marital issues at the time, you arranged a therapy session with Aventer Gray at our house.
Damn, man. Look, man. I people hate Tyrese for doing this shit, but I actually love it, guys. I'm like, yes, air her out. Do not allow her to just get away with this, okay? Do not allow it, because if you allow it, then you really gonna be looking like you're gonna be looking crazy out here. And the goal of my channel, my show, what the hell have we been doing since day one? Exposing people. Low-key exposing. And this is what Tyrese is doing. Every time she comes out and say some shit, he like, nah, I'm not. He's not sitting by and staying quiet and letting that shit ride. He like, nah. And Chad is right. Thank you for the membership. 7 months in the building. Salute to you. You know what I'm saying? He's exposing her. Every time. And here's the thing. Most people have no idea that that's his wife. When they see her on YouTube, they just see, oh, who is this woman giving out this dating advice? Who is that? She cute. What's she saying? She's sticking up for men? Yeah. She talking about, women need to do this and women need to do that. And men are, up here and all this other bullshit. This grifting, if you will.
And when she walked out of her therapy session, she walked into the foyer where the Bumblebee is. And there was 50 boxes with like 7 or 8 people there packing up all the shit to leave the house. And I was in an airplane on my way home to try and fight and save our marriage.
This is tough.
So if you had people in your ear at the time, they must be still in your ear, because you're still trying to get $20,000 a month for a 5-year-old. You make $160,000 a year on your own. This is all a game. You're clout chasing. You're something that I don't even know. A simple woman, not into materialistic things, don't care about fame and mansions and popularity. You're everything that you told me and all of your friends and loved ones that you wasn't.
And here's the thing, he is cooking. And this is what they say to get you to the altar. No, I'm not about your money is your money. My ex told me that. Your retirement is your retirement. My ex told me that. I would never put you on child support because I know you would be a good father. These are all the things that I was told to get me to the altar. And ultimately, when the marriage collapsed, these are all the things that she went back on and made sure she did. She made sure she went for the money. She made sure she went for the retirement. She made sure to put me on child support. And there is no one who sees my daughter more than me, because you know what? Who did my daughter eat dinner with today? Did she eat it with her mom?
Nope.
She ate it with her fucking grandmother, because all she wanted was the child support adjustment. And then meanwhile, grandma's raising my daughter. But let's keep going.
If you wanted to be famous, boo-boo, that's all you had to say. You didn't have to play this game that you wasn't. Now you out here playing on single mothers and their emotions.
100%.
Playing on women that are actually in abusive relationships and fucked up marriages that are toxic and dark and dysfunctional. That's not what that was. You think I would have a song entitled "I Don't Think You Ever Loved Me" if I didn't really feel that way? You think I would have a song out called "Love Transaction" if I didn't realize that it was never love, it was just a transaction? This shit is about money.
100%.
You've hired 3 law firms trying to fucking suck me dry. I'm approaching $1 million in legal fees, and we had a prenup. You already tried to ask me to come back. You already tried to reconcile.
Damn. Now look, he is airing her ass out. Now, for her to try and ask him to come back, it's just to get more money, guys. See, here's the thing. She can get the $10,000 a month in child support, $120,000 a year. But what she won't have she won't have the fame. And the more he speaks, the more she loses. Now, sure, you're going to have some men going over there to support her ass no matter what. I saw the super chats was just blowing in. I'm like, God damn, she's robbing this guy. And men are sending her money. I'm like, you fucking idiots. But all they see, they starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
They starving. I want to support my queen. You know, shit like that. I be like, and what is Tyrese doing? He's putting it all out. He's putting it all. Hey, I got $1 million in lawyer fees. You're still trying to break the prenup. You're still asking for $20,000 a month in child support. In that interview that she went on, they didn't touch on that. I'm like, how are you gonna have him on her on the show, and you talking all this marriage divorce shit, and you're not even talking about the biggest point of contention between you and Tyrese? You're not talking about, hey, why was the divorce contested? Oh, because you wanted $20,000 in child support. And the child support calculator only said $2,300. That's why it was contested. And you were up there fighting for it. And then now you want to get back. And now you're sorry after you put this man through all this shit. Now it gets deeper because there's a clip where Tyrese was like, look, he was thinking about fucking tombstoning himself. And if he tombstoned himself, then what? Men who go through divorce are 9 times likely more to tombstone themselves. I showed it through the whole Green Ranger saga.
I told you I was in a relationship with Zelly, and I was not willing to go and break this off or cut this woman off because you decided to wake up on a Wednesday and come back and play in the sandbox. Everything about the way you left me was heartless. It was evil. You never considered me, your marriage, and let alone your innocent 1-year-old child. She had to celebrate her 2nd birthday apart. And if you really are really suddenly caring about the effects that you've had on me and your family, why don't you sick these fucking lawyers off of me? Call your lawyers right now and tell them that everything that you're still trying to get right now, you don't want it no more. $20,000 a month for a child? Our prenup says no alimony. Our prenup said everything that the prenup said. You're trying to crack the prenup. And it's been 3 years of it. I should have never hired a fucking attorney. I had a prenup. Everything that I was supposed to give you in the prenup, I gave it to you. You want more.
They always want more. It's never enough. It's never enough. Never enough. I wish the interview would have touched on that. Now, she says she's sorry. We about to watch a clip where she's going to talk about accountability. And I can't wait for Tyrese to update us because we know the more she talk, the more he going to talk. And say, hey, I got a court date this time. She's not calling the lawyers off. She still wants the $20,000 in child support. They had a famous hearing, a child support hearing, where he was ordered to pay her attorney fees, which resulted in $636,000. And he had back child support of like 200 some odd thousand. The attorneys are making more than the goddamn kids. All right. And because they have the prenup, she's trying to get the alimony through the child support. I could never support someone who wants to live off another person. I could never. You put a Depp's face right here. You put XQC face right here. You put a prenup right there. You put a baby in between them. This is the same thing. 100%.
And it's been 3 years. I've moved on. I'm with Zelly. You moved on. I don't even want to tell niggas the first nigga you started dating when we broke up. Because you're going to go viral from that. If I were to tell niggas who you started dating as soon as we broke up, you would go viral from that.
Who was the guy, yo? Does anyone know who she was dating after him? Seriously, just out of curiosity, I want to know the brother who was like, yeah, no. Like who? Now look, guys, 99% of men would have sex with her. 100%. Easily. You can't be seen out with that. You can't put a ring on that. You can't have her by your side. It is, hey, I'm going to come in, I'm going to come out. We Netflix and chilling.
All you want is attention. You want Facebook followers. You want Instagram followers. You're trying to be a life coach and you trying to get niggas to drink the Kool-Aid. You fucking with a real one right here.
He's pissed.
Everybody can see through your bullshit. I may be alpha. I may be loud. I may appear to be a narcissist, as some niggas would say in the comments. Girl, you was good to leave that nigga. He's a narcissist. No, she's a fucking narcissist.
Tell him, Tyrese. He was like, this how he feels for the comment section.
Shut up, bitch.
Like exactly like that.
Not only is she a narcissist, but she's a sociopath as well.
God damn.
And what is a sociopath? Someone who will maliciously and vindictively do some shit, fuck over you, hurt you, be made aware of the fact that they inflicted trauma and pain on you and not even call you and text you to say they sorry? Did you think about the effects that it was going to have on me or our innocent child when you left me the way you did?
Damn.
Did you think about anything? No, it's all about Samantha. So now, go ahead and chase whatever career you're trying to chase. Go ahead and go viral. Go ahead and keep doing your goofy ass podcast and Miracle Mondays and whatever the fuck else you're trying to build. Over here, I don't want no one to confuse me releasing songs the way Adele released songs about her ex-husband, the way Jasmine Sullivan and Mary J. Blige release songs about their exes when they get cheated on, lied, get fucked over, when they go through painful relationships that come to an end.
Man.
I don't want no one to confuse me releasing songs, singing about how I feel about Samantha with confusing me wanting this woman back. If I wanted her back, I would have got her back. I don't want Sam. She may be saying that she was thinking about, no. If you had people in your ear when you left me, those same people are in your ear 3 years later because the fucking lawyers are still on my back every day. Go sell this shit to somebody else. Look at every interview I've done, from Sway in the Morning
It's
to
been the
Breakfast
same.
Club, to everything that I've been posting and everything that I've been saying. And if you don't like me, nigga, I don't like you.
God
I
damn.
don't need none of you women in my comments saying they like me. I don't care to be liked. I got my heart broke. I was married. I was with this woman for 5 years. I never cheated. I got more access to pussy than most niggas I know. I was a good man, a good husband, and very, very focused on my family and my children.
Damn, man.
And the $2,500 or $2,600 that I was giving Samantha since she decided to leave me, I was giving her that for 2 years straight without a court order. Find another nigga.
Okay, I think he cut out. he was having some internet issues, but god damn, was he not
Who
cooking?
decided to leave your husband without a court order? Find somebody else that's gonna cut a check for $2,600 without the judge making a judgment for you to do so. I'll always take care of my kids.
Facts.
She's trying to turn a prenup into alimony, which she ain't getting.
Look, man, he was cooking so much the goddamn internet started cutting out on this. Like the internet was like, all right, Tyrese,
She's trying to get something that she's not getting because the prenup is protecting her. And she's, yes. Okay. So at the end of the day, man, listen, I am not here to have any of y'all to keep drinking the Kool-Aid. Y'all are going to have to fucking wake up and understand that when relationships and marriages ends, contrary to what the world believes, it ain't always a cheating man who's verbally and physically abusing you, fucking over you, doing something. It's very simple. If it ain't about Samantha, it ain't about nothing.
Oh, man.
I guess being in a relationship with a big personality and an entertainer, which she signed up for, made her cave. Slowly but surely caved. Her mama was the one who was like, oh, we did it. Like, we hit the lottery type shit. Gassed the...
Yeah. This is all I am.
And then her mom got threatened and was insecure about the marriage and the relationship that we have. In the Bible, it says, leave and cleave. You know about that scripture?
Leave and leave your goddamn mom behind. Look, man, he was cooking so good. I didn't even want to goddamn interrupt him. But he encapsulated everything, right? So for that interview to take place and them not to touch on anything like this that Tyrese has been talking from day one, I'm like, come on, y'all. Y'all wanted her on the show for clicks. Look, it got some clicks. Now here is her goddamn apology. Here's her apology right here.
On my platform, and I can't say that ask for people to take accountability for their actions, and I don't take accountability for mine. And so at the end of the day, I'm always I can't preach accountability, take accountability, or say women should take accountability. And I don't. I think that it's important for me too, without shading somebody else, without saying, oh, they did this or they did that. And a lot of times we can get into that. We can get into blame shifting and doing a lot of things instead of just sitting in that seat and just saying, you know what, there are things I could have done better, and hopefully somebody can learn from my mistakes. And so at the end of the day, that's the goal. The goal of all of this, this platform was not, I didn't earn this platform.
You earned it off Tyrese.
God gave me this platform. And he called me to be obedient. And he called me to be honest. And on my platform.
But she's so
and
deceitful.
He called me to be authentic. And whether that means that people say negative things or not, I'm going to be faithful. And I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to trust God with my honesty.
Look, when they can't get you to buy into them, to the shit that they're selling, they always go to God. God told me to do this. God told me to do that. My ex is in church 3 times a week. 3 times a week. Every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Church. What is she trying to do? Or what is she doing? Robbing me. Same as Tyrese's ex-wife. Robbing him.
And obviously this was unintentional.
Unintentional?
This is unintentional, but at the end of the...
How is it unintentional? She was the catalyst to all this. This is like someone saying you made me hit you. I didn't plan it, you made me do it. Did I hit you first? No.
I trust God. Hopefully somebody got to...
Jack, no.
Get something from it.
Like, what the hell?
And that was the goal. I will be going live.
Look at this. Today
on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube. And if you guys want to go, you can go there. But at the end of the day, I'm going to stand in my truth.
She don't say nothing though.
I can get it as much as y'all want to give it to me. But
she ain't saying shit. Where's her apology?
Men say that they want women to take accountability, right? But then when a woman does.
She's saying all this shit with a smile on her face. Do you think she's bothered? Does she seem agitated? Does she seem remorseful?
There's a lot that comes with that. And so I think that you have to understand the front side and the back side of the blessing. But ultimately, I'm going to be honest.
Oh, my God.
And I'm going to trust God with my honesty and my authenticity. So,
oh, my goodness.
Hopefully somebody can learn from the full interview.
Okay, look, I watched the full interview. You ain't really missing too much, guys.
But otherwise than that, I'm going to go live on my platform, YouTube.
Yep. Hey, come check.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
This was the whole Fresh and Fit thing. Remember when Fresh and Fit got demonetized? She's like, yeah, we demonetized. Come on over to Rumble. Hey, I'm gonna hold myself accountable on my YouTube channel the next day at 7 p.m. YouTube. And I bet you she's live right now. Y'all want to check in on her? I mean, what do you think of this whole situation? They said she's just reacting to the live stream that she was on. We could pop in for a quick second. Damn, it's over. It's over. It's over. It was only 1 hour and 36 minutes. Did she say anything?
Of what happens as a result of your own choices and actions.
That was she. When I checked in, she was reading accountability.
But again, married is the key word. Being married is the key word. That's right, Hustle Bunny. Being married is the key word.
Now, here's the thing. You see that Cash App going across the screen right there? This came up in their court case because they was like, this is income. You getting Cash App. And then some people said she was a sugar baby.
That's right. You had to pluck out your eyes, Nikolai. That's right. It's harder today than it's ever been. Listen, P.O.P.
She talking to chat.
That's truths. You would live life well.
I'm sure in her live stream when I watch it later, I'm sure she said any and everything but sorry. I'm willing to bet a lot of money that I'm willing to bet that be the case. Anywho, she is cooked. She is, man. Like, here's the thing, guys. When you come across these ultra fake people, and when I say fake, I just mean disingenuous, right? Disingenuous. The people who say that's like, imagine if I told you guys not to get married and then you was like, yo, y'all found out I was secretly married. You'll be like, yo, Henry, what the fuck? Shit like that. Or imagine if I was collecting alimony, or if I was collecting child support, or imagine me taking my ex back to court trying to take more money from her. Imagine if I was doing shit like that. I would not have a following. I'll be like, oh yeah, he a fraud.